Hi there, I'm Michael with Etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a quick look at this Blue Ox SwayPro weight distribution system with sway control. So this is designed to help level out your trailer as you're towing. It's going to help eliminate all of the tongue weight being pushed onto that one connection point of your hitch ball, which oftentimes can cause your vehicle to squat in the rear end, which puts a lot of strain on your rear suspension system. It can also cause your front end to come up, making your headlights shine into other drivers' eyes, make your steering kind of light, and cause your tires to wear unevenly. So this system is going to help eliminate those issues. It's going to evenly distribute the weight across all the axles of your trailer and your tow vehicle, so everything's going to be much more stable and controlled for you. This also has the sway control built in, so it's going to help keep your trailer in line. So even if a big gust of wind or a semi-truck drives past you, it's going to help make sure that your trailer isn't swaying too much. Now this system is designed to have a gross towing weight of 10,000 pounds. That of course is the weight of the trailer plus the load included. But the more important number is going to be your tongue weight. So this is going to have an optimal tongue weight range of 750 pounds up to 1,000 pounds. And so you want to make sure that that's going to work for your setup. We do have lots of options available here at etrailer.com, different SwayPros, different weight distribution systems. So make sure you're getting the right one for you. So this system will slide right into your 2-inch by 2-inch trailer hitch receiver. You do want to make sure that your hitch is rated for use with weight distribution. Not all of them are, and obviously you don't want to overtax your hitch. And this is going to come with this standard pin and clip here. So it's going to help keep your weight distribution system from wiggling its way out. We do have locking pins available if you wanted to have a little extra security. Make sure that no one would be able to come along and take this off of your vehicle, but this will do a decent job of keeping it in place. So a couple measurements here from the center of our pinhole up to the center of these adjustment holes. We're looking at right about 9 inches. And then from the center of our pinhole to our gusset here, it's about 4 inches. So again, make sure that's going to work for your setup. It should, but just giving you a few extra details there. As you can see, we do have this adjustable shank that's going to allow us to move our head unit up or down to accommodate different height trailers so that everything's going to be nice and level for you. If we have it in the rise position like we do here, we could move this head unit all the way up to the top, and that would give us a max rise from the top inside edge of our receiver tube up to where our coupler is going to sit, a max rise of about 11 inches. So that would be for those of you who have a trailer that sits with a coupler sits much higher than your hitch. We could also flip this over and use it in the drop position. At the lowest point with the drop, it's not going to be much drop at all. It only gives you about 5 inches. So if your trailer sits a little bit lower than your coupler, that will give you some adjustment there. And these holes are spaced about 1.25 inches apart, so you can see the wide variety we're going to be able to accommodate to make sure that our trailer is nice and level as we're towing it. Working our way down, we're going to come to our head unit here. This is going to have the 2 5/16 inch hitch ball installed already. It's going to come pre-installed, so that's one less thing that you're going to have to worry about purchasing separately or getting installed. It's already torqued to the specifications that it needs, or to the amount that it needs, so you're not going to have to worry about torquing that down. One of the really nice things about the SwayPro system that I really appreciate is that with all weight distribution systems, you're going to have a little bit of a tilt in the head unit to make sure everything's working properly. With a lot of other weight distribution systems, they achieve that tilt with a bolt and washer setup. So you've got to install a few washers the first time, get everything set up, see if that's the right amount for you. If not, you'll have to take it apart, put more washers on or take more washers off. It can be kind of a hassle to have to work with all those washers. So that's what I really like about this SwayPro system, is that that tilt is already built into the arms, so you're not going to have to worry about dealing with those washers. So it's going to be much easier to get set up for you. On the back of our arm connectors here, you can see we do have these grease circs that are built in, so it's very easy. Hook up your grease gun, pump some grease in there, make sure everything's well lubricated and maintained. Our spring bars do connect to our head unit with these pins and clips, so very easy to just slide the arms in place, get the hole lined up, pass that pin through, and then we're going to have a nice solid connection. And inside here, we do have trunnions that are designed to help hold the spring bars securely in position, placing just enough tension on them to cause them to consistently force your trailer in line. So that's where the majority of our sway control is coming in, causing that trailer to stay where we want it to. And these spring bars are kind of the star of the show here. So these are what's going to flex to make sure that you have a nice controlled, even ride as you're going down the road. These spring bars are interchangeable. So depending on if you need a higher weight capacity in the future, if you get a new trailer, new setup, you're borrowing a friend's trailer for the weekend or something like that, you can switch these bars out to accommodate different weight capacities. So that's a nice feature here. Rather than having to get a whole new setup, you can just switch out the bars and you'll be ready to go. So the spring bars are going to connect to our trailer using these unique rotating latch lift brackets. Now these brackets are going to be a clamp-on design, so they're going to mount onto your trailer's frame without having to do any drilling into the frame. They just have these bolts here that tighten down against your frame to make sure that they're going to have a nice snug connection. These will fit with trailer frames up to 2 5/8 of an inch thick and between 3 and 6 inches tall. These mount about 29 inches back from your hitch ball, so you do want to make sure that you're not going to have anything on your trailer's frame about 29 inches back. That could cause you to not be able to mount these. So if you have anything mounted on the frame already, make sure that you can move that back. Otherwise, this might not be the best setup for you. So once you get these mounted in place, it's going to be super simple to get your system installed. You'll put your weight distribution system on your tow vehicle. You'll have these mounted on your trailer frame. Then you'll jack up your trailer frame using your tongue jack to take some of that weight and pressure off. The first time, it might be a little bit difficult figuring out which link of chain you need, but once you figure that out the first time, you can just mark it and it'll be easier for you going forward. So we've got this little latch on our bracket here, so we'll pull that up and then that will allow it to rotate forward. Then we will make sure that our link is properly installed in that channel there. Very easy to just slide that in. There won't be any weight on it yet. And then we can use the included wrench here to rotate that. Gives it a little bit more torque. So we'll rotate that around and it clicks into place when it's secured. So then we have a nice secure connection. And then as we lower our jack, it's going to ensure that our spring bars take that weight and make everything level and distribute that weight properly for us. So one of the nice things about the chain system is that it's going to be much quieter than other weight distribution systems with sway control. That's because most weight distributions that have sway control use a steel on steel friction to help keep the trailer in line. And that steel on steel friction can be very noisy, very loud squeaks and that sort of thing. So having the chains there, it's going to make it a much quieter system. You won't have to worry about that annoying noise. One of the downsides typically with chains is that they do swing freely, so you don't get sway control. But because these chains are designed to fit so snugly in this channel here, and because you're only going to be using a few links typically, that's going to still allow us to have plenty of control and make sure that we're going to have that sway control. So it's going to give us the benefits of the chains without the downsides that are typically associated with it. And they do include a couple of extra features here. So our safety chain link extension links here. So if obviously we're setting our ball mount a little bit farther out than you probably typically have it. So making sure that our safety chains will still reach. They also include a reducer sleeve for your hitch ball. So if you were to ever need to switch out your hitch ball here, you could reduce that from, I think it's 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches down to 1 inch. So if you ever needed to switch out that ball and you had a ball with 1 inch diameter shank. You'd be able to make sure that that has a nice sturdy connection there, nice and snug. They also include instructions to help make sure everything's set up properly. You can trust that this is going to do a good job for you. It's got a steel construction with a powder coat finish, so it's going to hold up well, do a good job for a long time to come. It is made here in the USA, so you can trust it's made to high quality standards, and it also comes with a limited lifetime warranty, so if you were to have any problems, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. But overall, I think this is going to be a great option for you. Again, make sure that that weight capacity is going to work for your setup. Make sure that that shank height is right to make sure that your trailer is going to be level for you. We do have other options with different shank heights, different spring bars to accommodate different weight capacities. So make sure you're getting the right one for you. But if this is the height and the weight that you need, I think you're going to be very happy with it. So that completes our look for today. Again, I'm Michael with Etrailer.com. Thanks for watching.